South Louisiana Quiz Bowl Online is made possible by the generous support of these sponsors. MC Bank, sharing the hometown spirit since 1955. Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear. Barker Honda, Martin Luther King Boulevard in Houma. It's better at Barker. And Shabiel's Tire and Auto Center with 18 locations around South Louisiana. Shabiel's, we keep you rolling. Hello and welcome once again to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. We continue the first round of our varsity tournament today with Houma Christian School taking on Hanson Memorial School. Good luck to both teams. Let's get right to our warm-up round. 90 seconds on the clock. Good luck. In 1971, the Supreme Court had ruled this desegregation practice constitutional, but most school districts used it into the early 1990s. Name this practice designed to integrate the dual school systems of the South. Evan.
Integration.
That's incorrect. Hanson? It was busing, forced busing. It's located on the Balkan Peninsula. The Byzantine Empire ruled it from 395 to 1204. When Mussolini ordered the invasion of Greece in 1940, the starting point was what small country on the other side of the Adriatic from Italy? William?
The Vatican.
That's incorrect. Hanson? It was Albania. The French paradox, I'm sorry, skip that one. August the 2nd is celebrated in this nation as the Day of the Republic, recognizing the start of the Linden Uprising against the Ottomans in 1903, but the day they celebrate as Independence Day is September 8th, 1991. What is this nation which shares borders with Kosovo and Serbia? Evan?
Turkey.
That's incorrect. Hanson? It is Macedonia. He assisted Christopher Wren in rebuilding London after the Great Fire, and he wrote Micrographia. Name this scientist who also developed a law of elasticity, which holds on the same interval as Young's modulus. That was Robert Hooke. And that is the end of the round. Let's take a moment and let the players introduce themselves. We'll start with Houma Christian.
I'm Logan. I'm a junior, and besides Quiz Bowl, I participate in my school's media club.
My name is William. I'm a senior, and outside of Quiz Bowl, I participate in tennis.
My name is Evan. I'm a senior, and outside of Quiz Bowl, I participate in tennis as well.
I'm Ashton, and outside of Quiz Bowl, I participate in jiu-jitsu.
William is the team captain. Tell us about Houma Christian.
HDS is committed to the cultivation and intellectual development of each student in the pursuit of academic excellence, thereby helping to propel them to higher levels of education and achievement. HDS values the integration of faith in Jesus Christ throughout the educational process for the maturing of mind, body, and spirit. HDS will teach, model, and practice the biblical principles of family life. We would like to thank this station, Mr. Chris Hunter, and our principal, Angel Tubes.
Thank you, William. Thank you to the faculty sponsor, Ms. Tamara Scott. Let's welcome back Houma Christian School. And now let's meet the players for Hanson.
My name is Charlotte. I'm a freshman, and besides Quiz Bowl, I do cheerleading.
My name is Fletcher. I'm a sophomore, and outside of Quiz Bowl, I do football, basketball, and track.
I am Hendrix. Outside of Quiz Bowl, I do football.
I'm Logan. I'm in 8th grade, and outside of Quiz Bowl, I do track, football, and baseball.
Fletcher is the team captain. Tell us about Hanson.
Hanson Memorial is a Roman Catholic school dedicated to academic excellence and the formation of a Christ-centered individual equipped to use the soul, mind, and body in positive contributions to the church, family, and society. We would like to thank our principal, Miss Connie Daigle, our headmaster, Father Joel Falk, and our sponsor, Miss Cynthia Gilder, for allowing us to be here today. We would also like to thank Mr. Chris Adams and the KWBJ studio.
Thank you, Fletcher. Thanks to the faculty sponsor, Ms. Cynthia Gilder. Let's welcome back Hanson Memorial School. We continue on now with the toss-up bonus round. Here is a 2-point toss-up. This painter's works often met with controversy. The execution of Maximilian was censored because it pictured Frenchmen as executioners, while Olympia was criticized for showing a modern woman rather than an ideal form. Name this artist credited with organizing the Impressionist movement. Anyone? That was Edward Manet. 2-point toss-up. The popes Leo X, Clement VII, and Leo XI, as well as Cosimo the Elder and Lorenzo the Magnificent. What did this group of people all have in common? I'll give you a hint. Florence, Italy. Evan.
Pope.
That's incorrect. Hanson. They were all members of the Medici family. 2-point toss-up. According to Edith Hamilton, this Greek god appears most often in tales of mythology. The son of Zeus and Maya, he stole Apollo's herds during his first day of life, returning later.
Hermes.
Hermes is correct. Bonus question for Houma Christian. 7 Days in May. The novel 7 Days in May, a story of an attempted takeover of the U.S. government by a military political cabal, was published in 1962 and read by what sitting president who believed the story's plot was actually plausible?
JFK.
That's correct. In the story, the cabal's actions were a response to the president negotiating a disarmament treaty with what nation that later signed the SALT and START treaties with the United States?
Russia.
I'll accept that, the Soviet Union. And the 1964 film version of the novel starred what actor who won an Academy Award for Elmer Gantry and was nominated for From Here to Eternity and Birdman of Alcatraz?
Ronald Reagan.
That's incorrect. Hanson? Answer? It was Burt Lancaster. 4 points for Houma Christian there, and we'll go to a 2-point toss-up. This two-word phrase started becoming controversial in the late 1980s. It is promoted by the Discovery Institute, which has a campaign called Teach the Controversy. Often associated with creationism, named this belief based on the idea that natural systems cannot be explained by natural forces. Anyone? It is intelligent design. 2-point toss-up. This Shakespeare character marries secretly and then follows her husband to Cyprus after telling her father of her marriage. She is also given a handkerchief by her husband, Othello. Identify this daughter of Barbiancho. That is Desdemona. 2-point toss-up. Might need your pencils here. Find the total surface area of a right circular cylinder if its radius is 1 centimeter and its height is also 1 centimeter. Include units in your answer. Five seconds. Anyone? I'll give it to you. It's 4 pi square centimeters. 2-point toss-up. People who don't enjoy his books like to point out that he invented the word boredom. But he wrote 19 novels from 1836 until his death in 1870, none of which has ever gone out of print. Identify this author of Barnaby Rudge, Our Mutual Friend, and Oliver Twist.
Charles Dickens.
That's correct. Bonus for Houma Christian. Let's go to the 1770s. Sam Adams, a key organizer of the Sons of Liberty, coordinated what famous act of rebellion in 1773? It's a bonus for your team.
Oh, sorry.
Boston Tea Party.
That's correct. A boycott to the coercive acts was proposed by the Sons of Liberty in 1774, which led to the first calling of what convention of delegates and governing body?
Constitutional Congress.
That's incorrect. Hanson? Answer? I'll give it to you. It was the Continental Congress. Houma Christian, British soldiers were ordered to Boston British soldiers were ordered to Boston in order to enforce which series of tax measures from 1767 to 1768?
And the Intolerable Acts.
That's incorrect. Hanson?
The Stamp Act.
No, they were the Townsend Acts. 2 points for Houma Christian. And here's a 2-point toss-up. It goes from New Zealand to Chile via Indonesia and the Aleutian Islands. What's the nickname for this region, which is where the vast majority of the world's major earthquakes take place? William?
Ring of Fire.
That's correct, in the Pacific. Bonus for Houma Christian. Song of the South. The movie Song of the South was produced in 1946 by what company known for its animated films and amusement parks?
Disney.
That's right. Why has the film never been released in its entirety on home video in the United States?
Vulgarity.
That's incorrect. Hanson? Answer?
They believed it to be racist.
That's correct. Houma Christian, the stories of Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox were based on the writing of what American folklorist? Answer?
Pass.
Okay. Hanson? Need an answer? It was Joel Chandler Harris. 2 points for each team there, and we'll go to a 2-point toss-up. These are often surrounded by commas in a sentence and come after the noun they modify. Give the term for a noun or pronoun set behind another noun or pronoun to explain or identify it. Charlotte?
An adjective.
That's incorrect. Houma Christian?
And a
William.
positive.
Repeat
A
that.
positive.
That's correct. Bonus for Houma Christian. Thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is the branch of physics dealing with the relationship between what and other forms of energy?
Heat.
That's right. According to NASA, how many principal laws of thermodynamics are there?
4.
That's incorrect. Hanson? Answer?
3.
3 is correct. Houma Christian, what Belfast-born baron was the first to formulate a concise definition of thermodynamics?
Pass.
Hanson? Your answer? That is William Thompson, and I would have accepted Kelvin because he was the first Lord Kelvin. 2 points for each team on that, and that is the end of the round. Let's take Welcome back to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. We've got new players coming into the game for both teams. Let's meet them, starting with Houma Christian.
Hi, I'm Morgan. I'm in 10th grade, and outside of Quiz Bowl, I participate in band and guard.
All right, welcome to the game. Also coming in for Hanson.
Hey, I'm Annalise, and I am a multi-sport athlete.
All right, welcome to you as well. Houma Christian leading Hanson as we continue on. Here are some 2-point toss-ups. This 11-letter C word was placed in quotation marks 8 times in the National Security Council paper number 68, which was written in 1950. What word defined a strategy for exposing the falsities of Soviet pretensions and blocking further expansion of Soviet power? 11-letter C word. It is containment. This 14th century English friar is considered by some people to be the father of modern epistemology. A modern phrasing of his most famous theory would say, of 2 equivalent theories or explanations, all other things being equal, the simpler one is to be preferred. This statement is nicknamed the Razor. Who was he? Logan? William of Ockham is correct. It started out as a novel in 1910 and became a movie in 1925. The main character, named Eric, falls in love with a younger singer named Christine. He wears a mask to hide his horrible face.
Phantom of the Opera.
That's correct. Thank you, Morgan. And that is the end of the round. Houma Christian still leading as we come to our 60-second rounds. So, Hanson, you're going to have first choice of categories. You can have Mark Twain, Pirates, Birds, or New York Yankees.
Birds.
Birds, okay. We have 60 on the clock. Good luck. Birds belong to which biological class?
Avian.
That's right. What is the smallest bird?
Hummingbird.
That's right. Kiwis are native to what country?
New Zealand.
Correct. Where does the male emperor penguin keep its egg?
Under his legs.
Yes. Domesticated birds raised for meat and eggs are called what?
Poultry.
Correct. What is the largest and tallest bird?
Ostrich.
Correct. What bird is mentioned in the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner?
Kookaburra.
No. Which two types of birds did Noah send out from the ark?
A dove.
Sorry, no. You got 6 right for 12 points. Houma Christian, here you go. What bird is mentioned in the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner? Answer?
Pass.
It's the albatross. Which two types of birds did Noah send out from the ark?
Ravens. And doves.
Ravens and doves is correct. You got 1 right for 2 points. And Houma Christian, your category now. Mark Twain, Pirates, or New York Yankees?
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain, okay. We have 60 on the clock. Good luck. What was Mark Twain's full name at birth?
Samuel Clemens.
That's right. In which state was he born?
Philadelphia.
No. Which of Twain's characters had a half-brother named Sidney?
Huckleberry Finn.
No. Which novel was about 2 physically identical boys?
Pass.
Which novel features a time traveler?
Pass.
His first great success was a story about what amphibian?
Frog.
That's right. Which of his works is called the Great American Novel?
Pass.
What kind of license did he receive at age 23?
Driver's license.
No. You got 2 right for 4 points. Give the others to Hanson. In which state was he born?
Kentucky.
No, Missouri. Which of Twain's characters had a half-brother named Sidney? Answer?
Pass.
It was Tom Sawyer. Which novel was about 2 physically identical boys? Answer?
Pass.
It's The Prince and the Pauper. Which novel features a time traveler? Answer? It is A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. Which of his works is called the Great American Novel? Answer?
Huckleberry Finn.
That's your answer, Captain? That is correct. And what kind of license did he receive at age 23? Answer? It is steamboat pilot. You got 1 right for 2 points, and that's the end of the round. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with more South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. South Louisiana Quiz Bowl Online is made possible by the generous support of these sponsors. MC Bank, sharing the hometown spirit since 1955. Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear. Barker Honda, Martin Luther King Boulevard in Houma. It's better at Barker. And Shabiel's Tire and Auto Center with 18 locations around South Louisiana. Shabiel's, we keep you rolling. Welcome back to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. Houma Christian leading Hanson as we come to our final round. It is Stump the Experts. Toss-up questions worth 4 points each. Good luck. What term refers to any of the northern European towns that were part of a commercial alliance that began in the 12th century? It appears in the official names of the cities of Lübeck and Hamburg. It is Hanseatic. In ancient Greece, these poems were performed in celebration of athletic victories. English Romanticists used them to express emotions using lavish language. Today, they are accolades and tributes. What is this type of poem? Evan?
Sonnet.
That's incorrect. Hanson? It is an ode. Hanson, remember, you're on your own here. Name the authors of Ruslan and Ludmilla, The Bronze Horseman, The Queen of Spades, Boris Godunov, and Eugene Onegin. That is Alexander Pushkin. In which of Shakespeare's comedy plays is this line spoken? Our revels are now ended. William.
A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Sorry, no. Hanson? That is from The Tempest. When Fay Wray signed a contract for her best-known movie, the director told her she would have the tallest, darkest leading man in Hollywood. To whom was he referring? Fay Wray's leading man was King Kong. And that is the end of the game. Houma Christian is your winner today, and they advance to the next round. Hanson will go over to the elimination bracket. Both teams will be back again in a few weeks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next week on South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. Good night.